and welcome to Murphy's Garden. This is just a short little video on cosmos. We've got lots of cosmos that we planted earlier on in the year in the greenhouse from seed. We've got the white purity and pink cosmos, and then there's another one, I think it was called lemonade, that Olivia planted. So we've got different colours, and I just want to show you what I do just to get more from the plant, to make the plants bushier, to make them flower more. And that way you just get more flowers, and also they're much less likely to fall over, because there's nothing more annoying than growing them and then the wind comes along and flattens them and they all get broken. So I'm just going to show you what I do. So at this time of year, this is now the very end of June. You sometimes get what's called the June gap. So some of the things that have been lovely have started to go over, and there's a few things that just haven't really quite got going yet. So it is for that reason known as the June gap. You can see in this border particularly there's a big gap here, but we have got some more things coming through. We've got dahlias and lots of things to look forward to. So one of the things I just wanted to talk about is cosmos, because cosmos is a really valuable plant. Lots of us grow it for colour, all summer long colour. So one of the things when you do grow it, if you cut it back and encourage it to bush, well, you can sort of manipulate the way it grows by cutting it. So I don't know if you can just make out, there's a cosmos just there. It's a single stem cosmos, quite tall, quite skinny, quite kind of lank. So I just want to show you what I do. That's one that I've missed, but I just want to show you what I do just to encourage a stockier plant and just a bushier plant all round with more flower power as well. Before we come on to that, why grow cosmos in the first place? Well, cosmos is fantastic for growing either in a mixed perennial border or in a cutting flower garden. It adds much needed pizzazz and colour, and the flowers will last all summer. They also make really good cut flowers and look really incredible in a vase. They also are loved by bees and other flying insects because of the simple structure of the flowers. They're really easy for bees to access the nectar. So for that reason, really worth growing as well. So this is a good example just to show you. So this is little cosmos seedling. It's just self-seeded. I didn't plant it, but it's a good one to show you, because this is what they look like when you grow them from seed. And when I was planting them out back in about May, this is about the size they were. So what I do at the time of planting back in May is just to cut it off about there, at about the first or second leaf node, and then that will encourage it to bush. It will put on a lot of lateral growth and give you a stronger plant. And if I head down to the sunken garden, this is an example of some of the cosmos, what they look like now after I did this at the time of planting. So we bleached these trees about a month ago now, and then there was a lot of open ground with bare soil. So we've put in Nicotiana and cosmos, and this cosmos, as you can see, is really bushy. It's still quite small in height, but I cut that just as I did the other one, really low, and you can see it's got 4 or 5 stems coming right from the bottom. So it's giving a much healthier and bushy little plant, and that will withstand the wind much better. I've also put some bamboos in, so as they do grow up, I will just keep tying them in, just for extra support as well. This cosmos is Cosmos Purity, so it's a white version of cosmos, and I'm hoping it will look nice in this area. This area is sort of in dappled sunlight, and it can be, a little bit darker, so it will really brighten up and make this area hopefully pop. And it's planted here along with some miscanthus grass, which has got the green leaf with a white stripe up it. So I'm hoping this, along with the Nicotiana, will really look nice in this area. So I'm really pleased with these little plants. They're lovely, stocky, strong little plants. So if at the time of planting you didn't cut the plants back, you'll know for next year. But if you didn't do it for this year, then what you can do is what I'm going to do with these cosmos. So here's some cosmos in the borders, which for whatever reason I didn't cut back at the time of planting. So, and this one at the back is particularly long and straggly. So I'm just going to cut it back to about 3 leaf nodes,
just take the top off, and I'm just using secateurs just to cut the top off, and that will still encourage it to put on some lateral growth, but it won't have the lateral growth right from the bottom. If you cut it right to the bottom, then it will delay flowering by several weeks, and it just means you're not going to get the cosmos that you want for picking. During the summer, it will just put it back a bit too long into perhaps even August. So I wouldn't advocate that at this time of year, but you'll know for next year to cut it quite low.
So you can either do this by pinching out the growing stem between your finger and thumb, just nip it out like that, or you can do it with some secateurs or scissors. And I'll do this with lots of plants. So I'll do this with, these are little antirrhinums. So again, you could just pinch it out like there, and again there. It just makes it bush more. So you'll just get bushier plants. You can see here with these cosmos that we've just got one single stem, and it's just about to flower actually, and these are pink ones, but I'm going to delay the flowering because I want to opt for a bushier plant. So I'm going to just take out that, and I'll do the same on all of them.
And this is especially true if you're growing things like cosmos in pots. So these are quite contemporary containers, which we've filled with just some of the things that were left over, which we hadn't put in the borders, and just wanted to experiment to see if this works. So by cutting and by taking out the growing stems of this cosmos, it will ensure it doesn't get tall, because if it got tall it would definitely fall over and collapse. So what I've also done is just put some sticks in here just for the things to grow through. So this is a bit of an experiment, but we'll see whether or not it works. I did some other things like antirrhinums and nicotiana as well, and petunias I think, and we've got two, so one either side of this seating area.
Thank you very much for watching, and hopefully the garden will be filled with lovely cosmos in only a few weeks' time. So join us again in the next video. Bye for now.